Hello learners, by the end of this video you will have learned about the future perfect tense. We're going to discuss in this video what is the future perfect tense, how can you use the future perfect tense, at what occasions, and how we make the future perfect tense. There are going to be lots of little practice activities throughout the duration of this video, so stay tuned all the way to the end, and I'll give you details of a little quiz where you can go and get some free practice in and learn a little bit more about the process and learn how to speak it, also how you can use it in writing, when you might also hear it, and what the insinuation is when someone uses the future perfect tense. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Future perfect tense is used. Imagine if you were projecting yourself to a future moment in time, and that future moment you are then looking back in the past and talking about that particular experience. Future perfect tense refers to an action that has been completed or will be completed by a certain point in the future. To do that, we have to pretend that we are in the future and we are looking back in time at that particular example or experience. Let's have a look at some more examples now. First, let's look at the general formula for future perfect tense. It is subject plus will plus have plus the verb 3 or the past participle of the verb as it's otherwise known. If you think back to what I said at the beginning of this video, I said, by the end of this video, you will have learned about the future perfect tense. So right there, I give you an indication that you're projecting yourself to the end of the video and we're looking back at that experience to talk about the fact that you will have learned about this particular tense. Remember, there can be regular or irregular verbs used in the future perfect tense, so we have to be mindful of those as well, and I'll talk to you and give you some examples as we go through the video. Right, now I'm going to give you some questions, 3 questions to be exact, and with these questions you'll be able to think of sentences in the future perfect tense and you'll be able to answer the question with the future perfect tense, so you get an idea of how to use it with a little bit more accuracy. So this is the practice stage of the video. Question 1. It's 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Sophie has 2 hours of homework to do. We can say, Sophie will have finished her homework by 6 p.m. Question 2. We are going out at 10 a.m. and it's still raining. The forecast says by 10:30 the rain will stop. It will have stopped raining by 10:30 a.m. Question 3. Deepak is going to Malaysia today. His plane will arrive at 6 p.m. this evening. Future perfect is Deepak will have arrived in Malaysia by 6 p.m. this evening. How about this? By December 2021, I will have been married for 5 years. The storm will have passed by 6 o'clock. My mum will have cooked my favourite meal by 3 p.m. this afternoon. So imagine there we're talking about the end of that future moment and referring back, okay, to the present moment. It's just basically past perfect but in a future setting. That's what we're doing with future perfect tense. If you saw my video about the past perfect, there will be a link at the end of this video for you to go and have a look at that and refresh your memory about what the past perfect is. So it's quite straightforward how we use the future perfect tense. Can we use future perfect tense in questions? Well, of course we can. Let's have a look at these declarative sentences. These are sentences that we use by making statements, by answering a question in the future perfect tense. We might also want to pose a question. And the formula for this is will plus subject plus have plus the regular or irregular form of the verb, regular forms of the verb ending in ed, or the irregular form of the verb. Okay, so we know about regular verbs having ed, and irregular verbs usually have a slightly different spelling. Example, will you have married her by then? Will Mum have cooked my favourite meal by 3 p.m? Will the plant have grown by next week? We can also use negative forms when we're talking about questions. To do so, you simply replace will with the word won't. You might also use will not whilst you get the hang of won't. In these examples, we can also use question tags. For example, Sarah won't have done her homework by 6 p.m, will she? Or we could say, Jennifer won't have finished her homework by 6 p.m, will she? So, question tags are a different matter altogether, and I'll produce another video about that and link it at the end of this video later on. But for now, that concludes the future perfect tense, just giving you a quick outline about the tense itself, how to form the tense, when you should use it, and how it's used in the English language. Please do remember to subscribe and give me a little thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this content and learned something from it. You can also visit my website at www.mrgary.com. There you'll find my blog and the video, and also some resources to help you with the future perfect tense. Why not go in there and try a test yourself? Can you master the future perfect tense? I hope so after watching this video and reading the resources that are available on my website to you free of charge. And don't forget, if you want to have a look at the past perfect video that I mentioned earlier in this video, just click up here. I'll put a little link. And you might also want to subscribe if you're new to my channel. That's great, welcome along, and I hope to help you further develop your English language skills. Just press the subscribe button down there. That would really help me and my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.